Good morning, good morning. It's still the flipping morning. And I just thought I'd just give you a quick little run through, a quick little hello, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, views on sports. So there's not really much to talk about, guys. There's not really much to talk about, let's be honest. I know my broski Hooks is on right now. All I can do is apologise because I keep coming on when he's on. But it's just about time. I don't even have too much time today, but I thought I'd give you a quick little video because I couldn't really be asked to do a pre-recorded, to be honest with you. So don't expect too many people to fly through. Like I said, I know there's people that's on already, so it is what it is. A few things to talk about. I thought I'd mention Coote on the Toot. Do you know what I'm saying? I thought I'd mention Coote again. Yeah, so apparently there's more. You know, I mean, there wasn't too much there. Like I said on my last live, you know, I don't think what he said was too bad. Like, yeah, it just shows that everyone's human, but we know that already. You know what I mean? It don't really matter what job you do. If you're human, then you can be got at. Do you know what I mean? So, not too really bothered about what he said, but like I said, I'm just more pointing to the fact that it just shows the fallacy in it, and that or just shows that humans are fallible, I should say. Do you know what I mean? So there you go, innit? David Coote on the Toot. I thought we had a great laugh about that. In Sky Sports, they've actually written in Sky Sports, a new video emerges of David snorting a white powder. Now I think we know what that was anyway, let's be honest. Do you know what I mean? He looked high in that video anyway. Let's be honest. So yeah, am I too bothered about Coote? I just think if anything, it just, you know what I mean? Like the PGMO L or whatever they're called, the referee association, they're not getting a good shake of things at the moment, but it's their own fault, in my opinion. You should have had more about you to know, don't film this on camera, you know what I mean? That, like, because it's gonna come back bad for you. So at the end of the day, yeah, it is what it is. Like Roy Keane, was it Roy Keane and Jamie Carragher had a few things to say about it. Now, if it was just a normal workplace and you got caught calling your colleague a cunt, like, I'm not really sure what they could do. Could they sack you? Are you just going to be on a disciplinary? Do you know what I mean? And apparently, obviously, this happened years ago with David Coote on the Toot. So, you know, like, what can they really do about it now? The fact that it's come out now doesn't bode with the rest of the bad decisions that they've made in terms of red cards and everything else and being consistent. But yeah, I mean, what more can they do? If there's a new video of Coote on the Toot, then yeah, I don't know what you're supposed to do. Like, you're gonna have to sack him then, innit? You know what I mean? Because as a referee, you know what I mean, you're kind of representing all of them. So yeah, man. Yeah, man, a couple of people rolling through now. If you could like the video, would be very, very happy with that. Thank you very much. Just a quick live today. I don't know how long I'm going to be on for. How's your day? Big up the Rizzler. Yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I'm not even going to lie to you lot. I've not even been up that long. Yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick little jump on for you guys and try and wrap over a couple of bits. Now, obviously, we had England yesterday. Apparently, the score was 3-0. I didn't watch it. Now, the reason I'm bringing up England, big up Spiritual Mez. He's saying Saka is not world class. Do you know what? Like, I don't know. I'm like 50-50 on that, because for me, he's been a lot more consistent. He's been a lot more consistent than some players in the Premier League. Big up the Rizzler. Who you support in the Prem? I'm an Arsenal fan, my bro. So pray for me. Coach Justin, big up Pengangaran, if I've said that right. Big yourself up, man. Big up everyone passing through. I know people are going to be in and out. Just drop a like. I'd appreciate that very much. Big up Sebastian. Is that salute from Argentina? Big up the Argentinian crew. R&B, I'm from Greece, we let you win. Oh, big up the Rizzler, man. Big up Greece. To be honest, bro, what was the game like? Because I never watched it. I'm going to be honest with you. So we're going to do a stream and bill. I'm And big up all the people that come on my live the other day calling me a bum because I'm not at work. So I thought I'd let you all know that I don't need to work. I've been signed off. Medicinal reasons, you know, like that. So that's the reason why you will find me on early in the mornings. I do actually have things to do today to do with my music. So if you like music, UK rap, that kind of thing, R&B, follow my music page. You can catch me on YouTube, Viewz from the Bits. You can catch me on Instagram, Viewz from the Bits. You know, follow and I'll follow back. That's how we do it. Big up Luca Talks Ball, man. I hope you're well this morning, my bro. I hope you're good, man. I hope you're good. I don't even know how long I'm going to be on. I just thought I'd come on quickly and have a quick rap and have a quick strap, you know, like that. But make sure you go and subscribe to Luca Talks Ball, man. That's my bro still. Big up the Rizzler. It was solid from England. Okay. Fair play. I mean, I didn't watch it. I know a lot of people dropped out, to be honest with you. And I'm happy for that. Because like I said, like, you know, or did I say it on my previous live? I'm not too sure. But, you know, Kane has come out talking about England and saying there's nothing more important, you know. And I think he's probably a bit upset that loads of people pulled out of the England game. But let's be honest, in modern football, is everyone really bothered about England? Does England win anything? You know, why would England be so important? In the Premier League, some people call it a farmers league. Even I did before. I was calling it a farmers league because it seems like Man City is, you know, they can go on and win it 5 times in a row. Now, we know that they look a bit shit this season. But like I ask everybody, you know, how long do you think that's going to last for? Do you think they're going to be in this bad form for as long as Arsenal's been in the bad form? You know what I'm saying? That's basically what I'm trying to get at. They're set up better than that. They've got better standards than that. And they've shown and proved over the years that whatever kind of adversity that they get, they've got enough to get through it. Now, when I ask the same to Arsenal fans and I say, you know, have we got enough to get through it? What makes you so confident? You know, what history have we got to look back on and use that as a reference? And we don't. So like I said in my previous live, title's done. Obviously, things can change in football. Things can happen very quickly. Life comes fast. But as of right now, title is done. Purely off the fact that no team in England has overcome an 8-point gap to win the league. So if Arsenal was to do that this year, we'd actually be we'd be making history. And does anyone really, in their heart of hearts, see Arsenal breaking history this year or making history with the way that we are right now? You know what I mean? Big up Christina. Big yourself up, Christina. Which football fan are you? Arsenal, a fan who supports their team and manager through thick and thin, or a fan who only cares about winning trophies? Well, look, see, that's the thing, yeah? So some fans are going to have that kind of context. You don't support the team. You're always complaining. Go and support Tottenham. Like, that's not right. That's not right. Like, both fans, whether you're toxic positive or toxic negative, yeah? With Arsenal, that's the kind of the two camps. A few years back, it was Wenger in, Wenger out. I suppose you're now getting it with Arteta. Now, I'm not a fan of any one person having so much control over the club, like Arsene Wenger, yeah? Who can make all the decisions, and with their stubbornness, they can kind of lead you down the bad path. That's what we had with Wenger. I'm one of the fans that support my club over any one man. So if you want to say I'm about winning trophies more than supporting the Arteta through thick and thin, then I'll take that. I will take that because I think that's the camp that I'm in. Before I used to say I was down the middle, but I'm not, because I'm not happy with what I'm seeing. So, you know what I mean? There's context in both arguments though, yeah? So if you're a fan that wants to win and you care about trophies and, you know what I mean, you're not happy to see your club being runners up all the time, then, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having standards. Some fans have said that Arsenal fans are ungrateful, we've got no right to win. Now, for me, that's bollocks, because we're the third biggest team in England. Like, we've got a history of winning stuff, not in Europe, I'll give you that. But, you know, our heritage is in the league and the cups. And the fact that in modern football, what other manager do you know that's been given 800 million, 5 years, an extended contract, without winning anything? He had the FA Cup, but people will argue that weren't his team. He come in on his first year and won that. Now, since you've had time to put your feet under the table, to spend money, to get your own team in, yeah, this is your team now. And it's not good enough to win anything. Like, the first team still needs fixing. So I think I'm probably one of the fans that are more like, I want my team to win trophies. I don't really care about supporting one man while they're making a million mistakes. Do you know what I mean? To be honest with you as well, if I have seen enough from Arteta to say to me, it's just a bad patch, is going to spin it around, then I'd say so. But I really haven't, because ever since he's been here, he's been tinkering every year with the way we play. He's been very stubborn with the way he wants to do things, and not realising when something's going wrong. So I talk about his in-game management. Like, he doesn't see that a player's getting tired or a player's not doing it. You know what I'm saying? He never takes off Kai Havertz. Like, there's loads of things that we can say. So I support Arsenal. Like, I think some of these fans that support Arteta through anything, like, I've even heard some fans coming out talking, I think it was even FaZe actually, Chinks FaZe, big up Chinks FaZe, and he said, and he's not the only fan to say this, but he said, you know, I'll just go with whatever Arteta's saying in terms of transfers and that. But I can't do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I can see with my own eyes. If you could look on this Arsenal team and say, nah, that team's good enough to win the league right now, like, what are you looking at? Do I watch female football? Not really, I'm going to be honest. I don't think they're rubbish. I think they're actually quite good, but I just think the spectacle as a whole just doesn't have enough. But men's football is getting a bit boring these days. Like, what do you guys think, innit? Do you think systems are ruining football? Because I feel like, especially at Arsenal, the players are not allowed to express themselves very well. I feel like Arteta's system holds them back a bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you see certain players, I feel like loads of players under Arteta have regressed. He doesn't like attacking players. That's what it seems like to me. We haven't replaced Aubameyang. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've been here for how many years? You've had how many windows, and you haven't bought a striker. We bought a midfielder that never worked out as a midfielder. Bearing in mind, we bought this midfielder and put him on like 290k a week. Like, what the fuck are we doing? And I'm talking about Donkey Havertz here, by the way. Yeah, we bought Kai as a midfielder. He didn't work out as a midfielder, so we tinkered around because we were paying so much money for him. 65 million and 290k a week. Now, what has Kai Havertz done before he came to Arsenal to earn that? Is that what you think? Yeah, that's what I think. Big up Christina. I'm sorry, but Arteta has done a fantastic job. He's made Arsenal a top 3 team again. Look at United. Their fans have been jealous. Yeah, sorry there, guys. I don't know what happened with the connection there. Please don't spam, no, please. Not gonna lie, Arsenal is kind of shit right now. No, we are. Big up Kingdom of Boxing. Big yourself up, my bro. Big up Nottingham Forest. They're doing their thing. We've actually got you after the international break. So, obviously, the way that you lot have been playing, I can't even be mad confident. But what I will say is that we need to beat you. That's what I will say, is we need to beat you. And the title's done until it isn't. And what I mean by that is we need to go game by game. Obviously, we need a big run of games. I don't even think we can drop more points, to be honest with you. And if we do drop points, I feel like it's got to be a loss and not a draw. Because a lot of people saying, oh, you drew, you never lost, blah, blah, blah. But too many draws it actually works out to be worse than having a few losses and more wins. We saw that anyway, because before we'd really got into our bad form, because bearing in mind, we've been in bad form since the start of the season. Not the start of the year, because obviously we finished last season this year as well. But the start of this season, we've been terrible. We have not looked like the Arsenal that we know. Once again, Arteta is the new Claudio Ranieri, tinkering about, changing things, changing how we play. And like I keep saying on every video, it's not good enough. How can you honestly look at this, guys, and say, yeah, that's the way we're going to win the league, playing defensively, when we keep conceding goals? We're not very good at it. It's like we're trying to set up to play to our strengths with all of the suspensions and injuries, and the fact that we never done loads of business in the summer, and the fact that we still haven't got a striker. And it just hasn't worked. We haven't looked solid. So I feel like we need to go back to that swashbuckling football, and because I think that suits us better. We're always known in the last however many years as playing good football. Now, we have been known to play boring football before, defensive, 1-0 to the Arsenal, George Graham. And I don't mind if we play like that, if we're good at it. But if we're not good at it, then what are we doing? Big up Dave, Coote on the Toot. He says, streams lagging, G. Yeah, do you know what happened? I think we've moved off the internet and gone on to 4G. So it did cut out and come back in. But I'm just going to have to get on with this one while I can. Big up Kingdom of Boxing. I'm happy with a draw. Yeah, of course. Forest would be happy with a draw. But for Arsenal, we can't be happy with a draw. Like, we have to win it. We had to beat Chelsea, to be honest with you. And we didn't beat Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? So I think the draw was worse for us. Now, bearing in mind, Chelsea was acting like they won that game. You know, they got into third position and they were like, we're third. Shh, all of this kind of shit. I was getting bantered for Chelsea being above us, but we're equal on points. So, do you know what I mean? And who cares if you're third? You don't win anything in November. Do you know what I mean? It's the same for Liverpool. Liverpool are flying right now. And if you go back to my old shit, if you go back to my one and only appearance on Never a Foul, I backed Liverpool and City. They're the momentum teams this year. Everyone was calling me negative. Big up Christina again. We've had so many injuries. We have. But this is what I try and say to battle this, right? Is fail to prepare and prepare to fail, right? So Arsenal would have known that we've got extra fixtures this year. Arsenal would have known that the Champions League format and everything, and they would have known about all of the fixtures we would have had this year. They would have known about the 3 international breaks before December. They would have known all of this. So why not prepare? Arteta himself came out a couple of weeks before the season started and said, we're short. Now, that's the manager that everyone wants to support, right? He come out saying, we're short. So now that's making me think, well, you know, Arteta could have been trying to get players across the line. He could have been trying to fill up the squad places, because I'm pretty sure we've got the smallest squad in the Premier League right now with 22 players. Yeah? The smallest squad in the Premier League with 22 players. So we failed to prepare, innit? So prepare to fail. It's simple as that. You know? Man City had Haaland out for a long time last year. KDB, the same this year. KDB, Rodri. Do we give them any kind of excuses or any time? No. Man City fans are calling for Pep out. I know this because I sat through LB's stream when they were playing. On more than one occasion, and they're calling for Pep out, the best manager in the world. Even he can make mistakes. I know there's context, guys, but what I'm saying is how much more time can we give this guy? You've had 5 years, and now he's had an extension on the contract, so he ain't gonna leave, and as long as Arsenal get in the top 4, the Kroenkes ain't gonna sack him. So this is just our gripes. Big up Christina again. Just going home, back in 10 if you're still alive. Oh, Kingdom of Boxing, big yourself up, my bro. Christina saying, been unfortunate with soft red cards as well. We have. But we are known as Excuses FC. Participation FC. We're just happy to be along. Now, look, right? I'm a bit older than some of the new age Arsenal fans, yeah? Right? I was going to games when we was at Highbury, okay? North Bank, yeah? Been supporting Arsenal all my life. God rest my dad, rest in peace. Yeah, he was an Arsenal fan, and I was born into this thing, all right? So I've seen my team not be so great. I've seen my team be great. I've seen my team play wonderful attacking football, and I've also seen them play George Graham 1-0 to the Arsenal football with a wonderful defence. Adams, Bowles, Dixon, Keown, Winterburn, Seaman. Like, the list goes on. We was built off a great defence. So I've got no problem playing defensive football. No problem at all. My problem comes when we're not any good at it. My problem comes when you know, we're trying to play defensive. It's not working, but we've got no ideas up front. We're literally threadbare up front. That's my problem. Now, I think people at the club, everyone can see that our team was short this year. Everyone can see that our team from last year, the 11 last year, needed improvement. Forget the squad in general. Like, the first 11 needed improvement. We never had a gunman. And I think because Kai Havertz came in and scored a couple of goals, everyone thought that was going to be it. But it's not. And even this season, Kai Havertz has done well. The last few games, he's done shit. But overall, I can't say he's done bad. However, are you Gyökeres? Are you Isak? Are you Osimhen? You're not a gunman like that. I'm sorry, but you're not. So, you know, if we had Havertz and someone else that was kind of like Havertz and they were both chipping in with like 15 to 17 goals each every season, then we've got two men doing the job of one gunman, of one world-class striker. And if that was the case, then whatever. Do you know what I mean? Because you know what Arteta's like. We don't like him, guys. You know, like he has to like the player. So if they've got a bit of maverick attitude about them, do you know what I mean? If they've got a little bit about them, Arteta don't want them. Just wants yes men. And that may be the reason why Edu just left like that. Now, Arsenal knew Edu was off. It weren't just like that. He left just like that, I think, or got put on gardening leave just like that. But Arsenal knew that there was... So something's obviously going on. Now, some Turkish, big up Turkish, some fans, big up the Rizla. He's back. Big yourself up, my friend. Some fans, Turkish, you know, was saying it all boils down to the Cronkies. They're not ambitious enough. And while I agree with that, I don't think they have been ambitious enough. I don't think we should have left Highbury if we weren't going to be ambitious. Like, we've never... I think Declan Rice is our only 100 million signing. What, Declan Rice and Kai Havertz was meant to be our Alisson and Van Dijk. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't work out. It doesn't work out. Because Kai Havertz ain't world class. I'm sorry. Some people still say Saka's not world class. And fair play. The reason why I probably put him in that category is because of his consistency. And the fact that he's done it for like 4 years straight. That's why when people talk about Foden and talk about Palmer, whether you think he's naturally a better footballer or not, you can't put them on the same pedestal just yet because these lot haven't been doing it for 4 years straight. Palmer had a great season last year. This season he's been good. He's been quiet in some of the bigger games this year. You know what I mean? But he's put GA up. You know what I'm saying? So I can't argue. Like, I think naturally Palmer offers more than Saka. Saka's quite predictable. But I still put Saka over Palmer for the minute because Saka's done it for England and he's done it regular. He's carried Arsenal and he's done it regularly for 4 years. Do you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, until Foden and Palmer do that, because look at Foden now. A lot of Man City fans are calling Foden shit. They're saying he's just a system player. You can only play in Pep's system. Now, I don't think that. I've seen enough from Foden to think he's skillful, to see that he's got talent. Do you know what I'm saying? But some people do thrive better in a system. A load of Arsenal players do as well. Christina, calling Arteta or Pep out is just ludicrous after a few bad results. This is why I don't listen to other fans and just focus on what I see. Okay, but what do you see then, Christina? What do you see after 5 years that gives you so much confidence? Because that's what I want to know now. Rather than me just come out, because everyone knows what I see. And I've been seeing it for years. The same PR, the same excuses. They're already rolling out the PR so that we're not going to spend in January, and they're trying to already set people up for a summer spend. We need players now. We are short. Super duper Arteta came out and said that. So if you're just saying what you see, please, Christina, honestly, what do you see? What do you see? Because I see bad choices manifesting into this. This is what I see at the moment. I see a man that's got close but hasn't crossed the line. That's what I see. I see 2 years of becoming bridesmaid, and then I see us take our foot off the accelerator in the third year. It's meant to be third time lucky, right? Ain't that the saying? Third time lucky? So when you see that Man City haven't really done nothing in the summer, they weren't even playing that well last season and they still managed to beat us. Like, what do you see? Like, honestly, I want to know, because when I look at the football, when I watched the first game of the season, August the 17th, who did we play? Was it Wolves? I watched the first game of the season and I said, boy, we look shit. Like, we look nothing like we did. And I thought to myself, fair play, we've had the Euros. A lot of the players never got a chance to have a proper pre-season. So I'm trying to apply the context, guys. I'm not just out here just saying it. Do you know what I mean? So I tried to apply the context. I said, cool. Declan Rice has been run into the ground, the same as Saka. We've had a bad summer. We've got the smallest squad in the Premier League. Our own managers come out and said we're short. But we were getting results. So I was like, cool. We're playing shit, but we're getting results. Sign of the champions, blah, blah, blah. Sign of resilience, mentality, all of that kind of stuff. But I said, in every game we've played, we've looked shit. So if we don't turn that around, it could come back to bite us. But I said, respect to the boys anyway. Respect to Arsenal, because we're still getting results. That's what I saw at the start of the season, but we've been playing shit. Now, I've always said in all of my lives and other videos before, we need to turn that form around or it's going to catch up with us. If it doesn't, great, and I'll continue to not criticise while we're getting results, but we are playing poor. So if we continue to play poor, when we don't get results, it's going to be bad. And what are we seeing now? It's bad. So as I say, Christina, man, like, big yourself up, but with Pep, you can give him more rope to hang himself, because he's proven it. What has Arteta proven? You know what I'm saying? What has Arteta proven? He's won an FA Cup with a team that people argue weren't his in his first year when he got to the club, and since then, he's took his jacket off. He's taken off his shoes. You get me? He's changed into his 90 and all the rest of it. He's comfortable now. He's at Arsenal. This is his team, his money, his way. You know what I mean? So what are you guys seeing? Pep can get given that bit of time. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We can give you a bit of a blight because we know what you can do. With Arteta, what has he done to be given that leeway? And he's already been given 5 years. We've bottled the league twice. So this year we're supposed to be going for it. We're not supposed to be going backwards. We're supposed to be building a process that makes Arsenal prosper. Not any one man. Arsenal. You know what I mean? I see a team with one of the best keepers, central defences in the world. But is it though? Why do we keep conceding? Because football was in modern football, I'll say modern football, sentiment's gone, guys. There is no sentiment no more. It's a results-based business. Yeah? That's why most people only get 2 years at best. Madrid is not even 2 years. If you start playing shit at Madrid or Bayern, you know, last year they won the league, the Champions League and the Super League, yeah? And they're calling for Ancelotti's head because of what they're doing this year. Like, that's standards, isn't it? Like, why are we the club that's, you know what I mean, the good guys, like the charity club? Like, we're the UNICEF of football. Do you know what I mean? Why are we that? Why have we got all of this sentiment? Now, yes, even I was making videos saying, you know, what manager, you have to give him credit because he had no experience. He's come in with literally nothing behind him. He's in his first ever job, and he's done well. He has. But now, when you see that things aren't going well and you're questioning how it can get better, why are you negative for trying to point that out? If Arteta actually looked like he can change things around, then I'd say, all right, cool. We're going through a bad patch. It happens. Let's hope it happens to the rest of the teams. But I'm looking at Arteta and he's looking clueless. The Spanish Wally. Where's Wally? He is looking absolutely clueless. His in-game management is terrible. He's tinkering like Claudio Ranieri. He's making subs too late. You're making the wrong substitutions. Why are you bringing on Odegaard for 7 minutes against Inter when we're getting beat? Against their B team, by the way. No one respects us. No one's scared of us. You know what I'm saying? A midfield full of talent and a variety of strikers who can score. A variety of... Christina, please. I appreciate you being here, yo, but that was nearly a timeout, man. A variety of strikers. we've got two players that are not strikers. Jesus ain't even a striker. He come out himself and said he don't think he's a striker. What does he strike? He don't strike anything. Jesus is basically done at the club, in my opinion. That's not the person you bring on when Kai Havertz ain't doing well, because he can't score in a brothel either. Kai Havertz, he's not a main striker. He's a midfielder doing false nine. He can do all right, but he's not the main guy. He's not a game changer like that. I think most people was even saying that last year, but we were just tinkering through because the team as a whole were playing well. And I think that's what they thought, because we scored 90-odd goals last year. They thought that was going to be it. But people were even saying the same last year. Even with all of that, we still needed more. Best defence, best keeper. I mean, I think Raya's having a good season, but even he's looked a bit suspect in certain games. The defence, while I think we have got quality defence, they're not playing like the best this year. They ain't. Last year, you could have said that to me. This year, I can't really hear it because we're playing shit. They're conceding goals all over the place. They're making dumb decisions. Saliba, Gabriel, dumb decisions like the Saliba red card. Should have just left him. Concede the goal. Stay on the pitch to make a difference. Like, so I hear what you're saying, but I can't, because this year you can't. That's not us. You can't live in the past. That's what we was. We had the best defence, but this year we haven't. That's Liverpool, because Liverpool don't concede goals. Variety of strikers, we ain't. That's why when Kai Havertz is playing shit, there's no one to bring on. There's literally no one to bring on. There's no competition, and we at Arsenal's business is rubbish. It's literally like NVQ business. We're constantly letting players go on a free. We've cleared out all of the Ozils, Aubameyangs, like over 100 million lost just letting players go free. When we was trying to do the youth project before with ESR and Nketiah and Reece Nelson and all them guys there, we've re-signed them players on 100 grand a week. None of them have done anything to earn that. They couldn't even break into the team. Like, there's a lot to be unhappy about, innit? So I've asked you, what do you see? Big up Christina, you told me what you see, but it's like you're telling me stuff from last season, because how can you're not seeing that this year? The best defence in the world this year. Variety of strikers, not this year, man. You seem really fun to get in a tickle fight with. Hey, there's some weirdos on YouTube, man. Every day I come on, bruv. Look, here we go. The Monk, where's Diddy? Someone's always saying some fruity stuff on there, man. But big yourselves up. Thank you for passing through. Just remember, progress isn't linear. You go forwards and backwards to reach. Nah, not like this though, man. Not like this, to be honest with you. Not like this, because it just goes to show like we're huffing and puffing and we can't blow the wall down. You know, we've had to get to this international break. We've had to get to the point where we're out of the title race. Because like I said, in history, no team in England has overcame an 8-point gap to win the league. So we're basically out of the title because we're 9 points behind now. So while it's not impossible, is it likely? No. It's not likely. It's not likely. When is the club... Like, if you're a proper Arsenal fan, how many transfer... Even that window when we got Rice, we still needed more. Every window, we need more. And we never just fulfill what we need to do. We never just say, you know what, there's not one thing I can complain about that window. We'd earmarked all of the people we want early. We've done our business early. We've not mucked around trying to dilly-dally for 1 million here, 2 million there. We've just put down the money. Like, fuck it. We want these players. They're coming to... Like, we don't act like a big club. We're not a small club. Some fans say that we are, but we're not. But that's how we act. Like a small club. Finishing second the past 2 seasons, not progress. It's progress, but that's not enough. Who remembers second place? Did Liverpool get a trophy for finishing behind City? Like, come on, man. There's too many fans that are okay with mediocrity. That's the situation that we're in now. There's too many fans okay with mediocrity. Why are we one of the most highest priced tickets in the league? Why did we move to the Emirates? Why is there talk about us adding capacity to the Emirates again now? When we haven't won anything as a team. We haven't won a major in 20 years. We still haven't won a Champions League. How can adding capacity to the stadium be your priority? How can us as fans who protested and fucking done marches to get rid of Wenger be happy with what we're seeing now? How? 2 years out of the mud, relatively. And we were still getting bantered. Yeah, you've come second. Yeah, you're looking better, but you still ain't going to win it. You're still bottlers. You still ain't won the Champions League. Like, our fans are a big reason why our club gets bantered like this. I'm just being honest, man. You need Cristiano Woodinho. Yeah, maybe we do, bruv. Chris Wood would do better at Arsenal right now than Havertz. At least he's in the fucking box. The last few games when I watched Havertz, he's everywhere but the box. That's our striker. Coming deep to link up the play. But then who's in your position? They ain't great strikers, but we have 4 who can score. Who, Christine? Who? Please. Kai Havertz is the only one that can score regular. And the last few games, we've actually seen it. In big games, Havertz ain't the one to drag us through those games. Even I was like, raw, Havertz, like... Because at the start of the season, what did he have? Like 6-6 or 7-7 at the Emirates? Like, breaking records. I was like, wow, okay. We still need a striker, though. When we had our greatest teams of Wenger era, we had fucking Henry, Kanu, Wiltord. Do you know what I'm saying? There was more, like, we had strikers. We literally had 4 good strikers. Any one of them can come on and change the game. Gabriel Jesus can't come on and change the game. What other strikers you talking about? Martinelli? Couldn't score in a brothel. He misses so much more chances than what he puts away. He's 24 now and he still can't lift his head up. Like, we need to see more from Martinelli. He's not a baby no more in terms of football. So what strikers you talking about? Trossard, he's been garbage this year. Absolute garbage. So what players are you going on about? 4 strikers where? We got 2 strikers and not even really strikers. Jesus has come out himself saying he's not a striker. He's never been prolific. The same as Havertz. We bought him as a midfielder. We've only used him as a striker because we had no choice. And he was shit in midfield. La Rata, big up Jeffro. Yeah. Call him man a rat. Big yourself up. Diddy don't need his money anymore. He'll give you a big loan. I wish he would, innit? Fuck it. Make Arsenal great again. Donald Trump. Come and make Arsenal great again. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's what we need. That's why we moved to the Emirates, to compete. Not to be happy with Champions League. And this is going to show you. This is going to show everybody about your owners as well. Because as much as I try and get onto Kroenkes, I can't not go back to the fact that Arteta spent like 700-800 million. So you can't say he's not been backed. However, what I will say about the Kroenkes is when you've just nearly won the league 2 years in a row, how can you be happy with the summer that we've just had? No statement buys, nothing to show intent. Then on top of that, you're seeing the form that we're now showing, that we're basically out the league. Like I keep saying, no team has overcome an 8-point gap. So we're basically out the league. It can change, but will it change? I don't think so. So it's taken us to be out the league in November, like the worst run of form ever, be threadbare with our team, and now some staff are flying to America to go and see the Kroenkes. Now let's see what they say. Bearing in mind, I've been here, I've seen it all before. This whole PR, the whole way the club moves, I've seen it all before. Oh, it's international break. The staff has flown out to America to talk about the transfer windows. I bet they need to be talking about this January. But let's see what Arsenal do, because we've never gone balls out in January anyway. And every team in the top 6, in my opinion, needs to do business in January. But only the serious teams are going to do that. Now, mark my words. Remember I said that. Only the serious teams are going to do that. Now, is Arsenal serious? It's time to fucking show and prove. Because back in the day, we're going back on the past, we're not serious. We're serious bottlers. That's what we are. History. Everyone says the history of the Tottenham. What's the history of the Arsenal? To bottle it. To not be serious. To be participation FC. Even when Wenger was here, top 4, acting like that was a trophy. The owners, the club, they're only happy with getting that Champions League money. That's it. Now, we've been in the Champions League twice. What players did we buy this summer that's Champions League worthy? Scrubs, really. Moreno. He looks cheeks. Let's be honest. He looks shit. Give him a bit of time. He's not match fit. But what's he really going to do? Turn into Ronaldinho? I fucking doubt it. He looks slow as Jorginho. He looks weak. Calafiori can't defend. Another injury-prone player, by the way. Looks okay going forward, but he can't defend. I don't care whether you like what I'm saying. It's the truth. He can't defend. Big up Kingdom of Boxing. Imagine if Liverpool beat Forest. That would be 11-point gap. Yeah. When do Liverpool play Forest? I'm pretty sure we play Viewz lot after the international break. And Liverpool play Man City as well coming up. So we have to hope that they can take points off of each other. But we're hoping and praying on other teams now. Even last season, it was down to us more than other teams. And we did what we usually do, bottle it. Couldn't beat Villa twice. Couldn't beat West Ham. Couldn't beat Fulham. Like, we bottled it. And that's the history of Arsenal. Like, even Wenger bought attacking players. Like, why is Arteta so afraid of attacking players? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't understand. But we know that you're not going to leave. We know that you're not going to get sacked. So now it's time to earn your money. He's just signed a new contract. Now, someone told me it was 10 million a year. I was always under the impression it's 15 million a year. 15 million a year. I think he's the second most highest paid manager in the league. Why? What have you ever done to earn that money? You're not Pep. So when Christina has still got things to say, I'll read that comment in a minute. When she's saying things like Pep and the best manager, like, he can get all of those plaudits because he's shown Arteta hasn't. What has Arteta done to ever be looked at in that light? He's got Arsenal challenging again for 2 years. Wow. Chelsea have been in the mud for 2 years. They don't look like they're in the mud now. They're back in the top 4. Next year they'll be talking about title. What's so great about their ownership? What is it? Bowley, Clearlake, I don't even know who runs them. Maresca, how long has he been there? What phase is he in? Like, it's rubbish. What phase is Slot in? It's rubbish. Like, Arsenal fans are some soft, like, I tell you what, man. Everyone calls, all you're doing is moaning because we're sick of this shit. We've seen it. We've heard it all before. The record keeps jumping with a scratch in it. I've been here. I've seen this whole cycle before. Excuses about the money on the stadium. Now we've gone past that. It's FFP and PSR. We're hiding behind these letters. Like, it's bullshit, man. It's actually bullshit. Like, show some ambition. We come to the Emirates to be the next Madrid, the next Bayern. Show some ambition. Because until we see that, we're just going to be Participation FC forever, innit? Arsenal overcame an 11-point gap over United. Really? I'm going to have to check that out because I swear it was the pundits that came out and said this. That there hasn't been anyone to overcome an 8-point gap. And if you really, Christina, if you really believe that this fucking Arsenal team is going to come back and win the league, then I need what you're smoking. Whatever I'm smoking ain't high enough, innit? I'm sorry. Like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at, man? Like, football's moved on, it's changed. Do you know what I'm saying? So what in this system is going to turn everything around this year? Because against Inter's B team, we more or less had our full team, innit? More or less. Against Chelsea, we more or less had our full team. I will give you that players have come back. I feel like they rush Saka back. I feel like they rush Odegaard back because we've got no choice. You've gutted out the team. You don't trust Wanyeri. Like, there's loads of things that you can criticise about Arsenal right now. So for all you diehards that are basically like Coote, that support this one man over your club, this one man making loads of mistakes, that's glaring to everybody to see. Like, you're basically like Coote at this point. Gonna stick with Arteta through thick and thin. Why? Is he your dad? Do you know what I'm saying? Is he your parent? Is he your partner? Are you married to him? What the fuck? You're through life, thick and thin, life and death. Like, Arsenal is who you should support, not any one man. And if I see any one man making mistakes or doing things poorly and continuing to do that, and you're looking at things and you're saying, well, how is he going to turn it around? Is squeezing lemons going to work? Changing light bulbs, getting pickpockets, is any of that shit working? Because we haven't won fuck all. Coming second, we haven't won nothing. We got Kingdom of Boxing. What's your thoughts on Edu leaving? I don't really care. I never rated Edu to begin with. He's a used car salesman in my opinion. Couple of okay buys, but more shit ones. Him and Arteta, do you know what I'm saying? When you look at the business of Arsenal, it is B-Tech, NVQ business at best, McDonald's qualifications. Like, who's running this club? The amount of money we've missed out on, the amount of money we've just let go for free, the amount of money we just give away, getting players in high contracts that don't deserve it, have done fuck all to earn it, and don't win us shit. So why the fuck are they on money like that? When people like Odegaard look at someone like Kai Havertz on 290k a week, what the fuck has he done to earn that money? That's why Arteta never takes him off. That's why he's always trying to squeeze him in the team, because he's our highest paid player. And what has he ever done to deserve that? He came in on money like that. Jesus. He's running beyond the ball. He's slipping over. His football boots coming off. He's on 250 or something like that. What the fuck has he done to earn that? So now we can't go out. So when Arsenal's moaning about going out and buying Gyökeres or Nico Williams and giving us these bullshit excuses, why can we not be in a conversation with those kind of players? Or even at Mbappe? We're not a small club. We're not broke. But we keep acting like we're Lidl. We've got the resources of M&S and we act like we're Lidl. Like, what's going on? And the reason we act like it is because of people like that keep just accepting anything. Accepting anything. Oh, they said we're going to try and get Isak in the summer. So what, gone for January? Can you not see the same patterns? Can you not see the same patterns? I don't care about summer. I care about fucking January. Loads of players in the transfer window just gone had release clauses. Loads of them. So we're not having to and about transfer fees. But no, arse Lidl. You know, why did it take so long to get shitty Moreno across the line and Calafiori haggling? We've been known to be this like Ebenezer Scrooge club for how long? Arsene Wenger, he was practicing FFP long before it came in. Don't you remember that Suarez thing? 40 million and £1 fucking pound. How embarrassing, guys. Like, it embarrasses me as an Arsenal fan. Fed up of this shit, man. We play in the most difficult league. Is it? Man City's just won 4 years in a row. For me, that's a farmers league. That ain't competitive. And let's be honest, even with Man City, with their injuries and how they're playing at the moment, I still have faith that they're going to come back, because I can look at the previous and say, because they actually do it. They actually show and prove. The last fucking 4 years they've done it. With the best manager in the world. With ownership that ain't afraid to spend. That know that if you want quality, you got to pay for it. Our ownership out here grifting like fucking grifters. They might as well just be on the street with a cap begging for money, bruv. Like, what the fuck is this? Big up the Rizla. Yeah, man, big yourself up, my bro. Big yourself up. Anyone that likes and subscribes, obviously I'll get you all back after the stream. I've actually been on a lot longer than I wanted to be. You know what I mean? But I thought I'd come on and chat some shit, because that's how I felt this morning. I don't give a shit about England. England won 3-0. I don't care. England don't win nothing as a nation anyway. Why should I care? Why should I care about England when every time they play, my players are getting run into the ground? Rice and Saka, full 90 minutes every time they play. Like, they don't get managed well. They go and get injuries. So I don't give a shit. I'm glad that all of these players have pulled out. So I'll actually give Arteta some credit for that. How about that? I'll give you some credit for that. And how about this, people? If Arteta turns things around this year and we win something and we don't finish low in the league, then I'll take it all back. I'll say that you've maybe earned the right to stay. Some people are saying it's a major only. If you don't win a fucking major, you ain't earned your right to stay. Then I want to see you gone anyway. But with me, I'll give him a little bit of context, innit? If you can win us something this year, and our best chance is the Carabao Cup, and finish relatively high up in the league, like I don't want to be finishing 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th with a Carabao Cup. That wouldn't be good enough. Even 3rd would be harsh, but I'd take it. 3rd in the Carabao Cup, because I don't think we're playing better than Liverpool this year. But we'll have to wait and see. 2nd or 3rd, Carabao Cup. That, for me, would allow Arteta to stay for another window to see what he does. Because he's had the time and he's had the backing, guys. Even Eric Ten Hag probably Man United's worst manager since Fergie's gone, even he won more than Arteta in less time with less money. So when you look at it like that, how can you then be so, do you know what I mean? Like some cultists, like, oh, the leader has spoken. We must, you know what I mean? No, I'm talking about Liverpool already dropped the 3 points versus Forest. Yeah, they did. But they haven't dropped any more points since then, innit? Do you know what I mean? So, and they're top of everything. Top of the league, top of the Champions League. They actually look like a good team. Do you know what I mean? Like, Forest have been doing excellently well. Obviously, you had your loss against Newcastle. There'll probably be a few more. I'm not going to lie. Like, I expect there to be a few more. I don't think you'll be top 4 at the end of the season. However, I think you'll definitely be in the top half. Definitely could fight for top 6, top 8. But so far, so good for Forest, man. So far, so good. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. Who knows? But they're not easy to... But no team's an easy game in the Premier League. But if you're trying to go for the title, then I'm sorry, teams like Forest, teams like Bournemouth, we have to be beaten. We have to be beaten. Plain and simple. That's no disrespect to them teams. But that's if you're going for the title, if you're going for a major honour, we've got to be beating these teams. Big up Rosie, man. Hope you're well. Thank you for passing through today. How have you been? Remember to drop a like, sub. Yeah, man. Big yourself up, Rosie, man. One of my mods there. Big up Rosie. Big up Byron. I'm from Australia. Big yourself up, man. Thank you for tuning in. Big up the Rizla. Can I be a mod? Yeah, I'll sort you out after the stream. Yeah, big up the Australian gang. I've actually been to Australia. I've been to Perth on the western side of Australia. Very long on the plane, very long distance. Like 19.5 hours. I think I've said that before. But yeah, man. Australia, man. Lovely country. But scary, do you know what I mean? I'm not like one of those people that like loads of like insects and that. But over there, like the bigger stuff are not even dangerous. It's usually the smaller things that are dangerous. Do you know what I'm saying? And I saw some wild shit in Australia, and to go and stand in the outback, and it's like being on Mars or something. It's a proper mad experience. If you haven't been to Australia, go to Australia if you can, innit? If you can. But yeah, big yourself up, Rizla. I'll sort that out once the stream's finished. I'm gonna finish up soon anyway. I didn't even want to come on long. I just wanted to chat about a couple of things. Obviously, Ben White going back to Arsenal. I mean, he's looked like he's been carrying an injury. He hasn't looked like the same player as last season.